Hi everyone, so today I have a book talk, and this book talk is going to be about Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This book really surprised me and I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and I loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars and it is definitely one of my new favorite series. I really didn't expect that, but when I thought about it, I was like, this book needs to be 5 out of 5 stars because there was so much that happened that I just loved it. Cinder is a kind of retelling of Cinderella, except Cinder is a cyborg. She lives in this world after World War IV, and there's peace between all of Earth, and it's very nice. And they also have these people called Lunars who live on the moon, and there's this infectious disease that starts killing people, and it's just really intense, and you have to go pick it up and just read it for yourself because I can't explain everything that happened. If you have not read Cinder, then I suggest you go and do that and then come back here because we're gonna get into some spoilers. Okay, so I was a bit skeptical reading this book because I didn't know what was going to happen with cyborgs and everything, and I was just so nervous about what was going to happen. But I started reading it the day before my spring break happened, and spring break was kind of like Easter break, and it was just so intense. I literally couldn't put the book down. I brought it everywhere with me, and I was just like, I need to know what happens, like what's happening with Prince Kai, what's happening with Cinder. I need to know right away. So while reading it, I had so many feelings. I thought the writing was incredible, and it was just a good time. Now, the only flaw is like how predictable it kind of was that she was Princess Celine. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for them to reveal it, and then they didn't reveal it, and it kind of like ended abruptly, and I kind of wish that it didn't end so abruptly. I wish we kind of got to see how she broke out, and I guess that's in the next book. I mean, I know it's in the next book. I'm reading Scarlet right now. I'm like this much through, not that much, like 50 pages. But it was just so good and so incredible, and there's just no way that I couldn't go out and buy Scarlet and Cress. Like, I ordered them Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping, like got them right away. I was so sad when Peony died. Like, I was so hoping that they would make it in time for the cure to work, but of course the only person in the world who would have defended Cinder during this whole entire thing would be Peony, and of course she dies. She does. I also was really upset about Iko. I'm gonna call her Iko. When I did actually realize what the stepmother was talking about, like there's gonna be a few scraps in your room. I was like, okay, bitch. And then we go in and we see like she tore Iko apart, and luckily Cinder saved the personality chip, but that was terrible. Like, I cried because Iko was dead. She was gone. There was no bringing her back, and it was probably the worst feeling ever that I couldn't do anything for Cinder when I really, really wanted to. Let's talk about Queen Levana for a second and how much of a bitch she is. She planted her own mirror and then blamed it on the servant and was gonna kill the servant and like force the servant to commit suicide. Like, that's not okay. That's never okay in any respect, and that was such a bitch move. She's a terrible person. And then Cinder like saw the real her and was like, wow, you're really not that beautiful. And Queen Lavanna flipped shit. Like, she was seriously like, are you kidding me right now? Like, blah, 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 blah. She almost killed Cinder, and then Cinder was like, nah, brah. I didn't like how Prince Kai just assumed that she was using her bioelectricity if he liked her that much. I don't know. I think Prince Kai was kind of going really hardcore with the whole asking her to the ball, and he was trying hard. Like, he wasn't gonna take no for an answer, and that was really apparent. That was super apparent. That is it for my book talk. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on Cinder down below in the comments, and I will leave a link in the description of where you can buy Cinder for cheap in case you want to buy it for someone or something else. You don't like lending out your books. I understand. I hate lending out my books too. So I've been Courtney, you've been lovely, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I gave it a 5 out of 5 5 out of 5 stella.